Beak channel. I hope you guys like this video.
And what am I going to be doing?
Doing my hair.
Show everybody your hair. Woo! Turn to the side. So yeah, guys, it's me, Be Unique. Welcome back to my channel. I have my daughter here. I'm going to be doing her hair. And if you're interested in how I got this littlest hairstyle done, then please keep on watching. So she just got out of the shower and we're starting with some nice freshly washed clean hair, and I'm taking a leave-in conditioner and just adding some extra moisture. She does have curly hair, so I like to add any leave-in conditioners that I can. So I'm just combing the product through with a rat tail comb and making sure that everything is evenly distributed. So once that's all combed through, I start sectioning her hair around the temples and I take it around over to the other side. So I'm leaving half of it up and then half of it will be down. As you can see that line here, just try to keep it as straight as you can all the way around to the other side and tie that piece off, whether it's, you know, with a hair tie, a clip, you know, just to get that part out of the way. So I've now sectioned off the top part of her hair and I just put it up in a little bun, and now I'm getting ready to section off the bottom half of her head, and that's gonna stay in a ponytail while I'm working on the top section. So now I'm going to start unraveling the top section that I had originally bunned off. I'm going to comb it out and then I'm going to split it down into two sections, doing a center part. So for the most part, I've got her hair done and sectioned out. The next step that I'm going to do is the side that I choose to work on obviously will be loose, and the opposite side will be tied up to keep any loose hairs out of the way. So here I've chosen a section to start working with, and I'm literally cutting it in half. I'm trying to keep the lines as straight as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, if you can't keep it straight, it is what it is. I know there are plenty of times where I have not gotten it as perfect, but I try my best to keep a clean line because it looks better when you have clean lines. So once you split that in half, again, I'm taking a rubber band and tying up the top section. Now that that's done, I'm going to work on the bottom section, and I'm going to make 5 portions, I guess. You're gonna split this area into 5 little squares, if that makes any sense. I've never really had to explain this before, so bear with me, you guys. I'm just getting the spray bottle because her hair kept on drying out a little bit too quickly, so I'm keeping that wet at the same time. So again, I'm sectioning this little bit into 5 little sections, tying them all up individually with teeny tiny elastics, rubber bands, whatever you guys want to call them. And yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. This is the part where it's the most tedious, it's the most time consuming. You need to have a lot of patience. I remember when I first started doing her hair, she was very fidgety. So my suggestion is, if your child is not used to this, give them a book, a phone, a tablet, something to keep them occupied to where they're not going to be moving around. Put the TV on, do this in front of the TV. That's always a good thing. But for her, she's so used to it. She's just like, whatever. And she just sits there and lets me get it done. So as you can see, I got the first one finished, and she decided to go with purple today. You can do any color you want, multicolored patterns, and you know, sometimes we just go rainbow, but she chose to do all purple. So as you can see, I'm sectioning it off like so, and I'm just gonna keep going and going and going. So I'm doing the last little section on the bottom half, and what you're gonna do is gonna look like that. Well, at least it should look like this or something like this in the end. So now we're going to do the same thing to the top half, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna follow the lines that I've already made from the bottom section through to the top. That way it's easier, and I just, you know, go through and just boop, 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 section them all off. Now, once that's all done, this is what you should have. So it's going to look something like this. You're going to have all these little dangly pieces and all that. I'm just counting to make sure that I did do this accurate. So we're going to now crisscross them. So I'm taking one strand from the top and I am going down to the bottom, second like so. And it's going to basically look like a shoelace. That's the best way I can describe it. So we're going to do a shoelace pattern all the way from the front to the back. Now you're gonna, once you got them connected, you're gonna comb them out and you're just gonna carry on, and the more you get to the back, the thicker it might be, and that's okay. That's the whole point. It's supposed to, you know, just get bigger and bigger and bigger. And yeah, because you're not taking out any hair, you're just adding to what you're already using. So that's completely normal if that does happen. I'm just saying. So now we're coming up to the end of the look on the first side, and the last two sections are a little small, but that's okay. That just is for a guideline of how where I want this to end. But as you can see, because her hair is not completely long, she has a little bit of flyaways in some bits, and if that happens, that's okay. That's why I like to use hairspray. Like if I want this to be something that she goes to school in, because I used to do her hair once a week and just let, you know, the look sit, I would use hairspray. Gel eats through the rubber bands, I find. So yeah, it just depends on personal preference. I mean, I'm not putting any hairspray or gel in her hair today. It's just to keep her hair from getting too knotty and insane. So yeah, just the struggles of this quarantine is so real. Oh my God, it's so real. I'm ready for her to go to school. You have no idea. So once that is done, you could leave it just like that and not add any additional rubber bands. But again, because I'm doing this more for maintenance, I'm going to add another rubber band at the end. But that's what it should look like. And yeah, so I'm just going to add some more hair ties, elastics, rubber bands, whatever you call them. I call them rubber bands. I'm taking two of them to double up and make sure that it does stay secure. And then that's the first half done. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I've done the sectioning off camera, but it's the same thing that we did on the first side. Split it in half horizontally and then go in and make your 5 little sections, tie them off. Then do the top 5 little sections, tie them off. And now we are going to do the zigzagging shoelace look. So to start, I sprayed some water because it was drying out. I always, before I tie up the little sections to each other, I comb them out. And it's just to help to keep with the knots, the flyaways, any bumps. I don't typically like that. I mean, you could leave it a little mess if you wanted. Sometimes I twist it. You can braid it and do it as well. And what else? You can also... how do I explain it? Split the section in 2 and then twist them and then tie it. But it just depends on the look that you're going for. I just left them straight. I would also like to braid them sometimes and then go through. But it's just, again, more work. It depends on how much work you really want to put into this. So now that I have finished her hair, this is what the back looks like. I know this looks a little messy. Half the time I will tie them, the 2 sides together, and then add little bows. But right now I'm just trying to get the bottom half of her hair combed out, looking cute. You know, you could add hairspray, because she has curly hair. I like to, you know, fluff it up a little bit, make it look a little adorable. Look, she looks so mad right there. Oh my God. But yeah, this is what it should look like. I'm trying to show you the different angles of her hair. just so that, you know, you guys get a really good. Now this is the lazy way. Normally I will take out the first rubber band. Like when I go to tie the design in, the first rubber band, I will slide out and then just tie in the other piece, if that makes any sense. It just gives it a clean look, but she's at home. There's nobody judging her hair, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is at the end of the day. Now, the next option you can do is have it up in a ponytail. So that's what you see me doing here. I'm just combing up the bottom half portion and, you know, keeping it all nice and clean and beautiful. I like this look up personally. I like this in a ponytail with a cute little bow. It doesn't matter what size of the bow, the bigger the bow, to me, in my opinion, the better. But she wanted it down. So I just wanted to show you guys before we, you know, finished her hair into her preference. So this is without a bow. Doesn't she look so cute? Yeah, I don't know. I like it up personally. That's just my opinion. I like it up. So that's just a slow motion. And then so you guys have a better picture, this is what it looks like farther away. Look at her. She's like, yes, I'm going to go get a bow. And this is what it looks like with a little bow. Just my opinion. I don't know. I like it up and I like a little bow. That's just me.
Make sure you subscribe and ring the bell. Leave a comment down below. And this wraps up the video. Bye.